We are live. Welcome back, everybody, to episode 33, I believe, of the Everybody But Me show. We have a special guest who I'm excited to share with you guys. This guest has helped men. So we're flipping the script right here. We're helping men today. Helping me. I need a lot of help. I need a lot of help. I can't wait for this. We have a male-focused dating coach coming on here. She has helped over 1,500 men, with dating success. And she's done a lot. She's
big numbers. I love it.
San Francisco. She moved to Texas. She is married. So, I mean, obviously, she knows the formula. She got it done. She figured it out, y'all. She got a ring on it. So I'm excited to have it. We got Blaine, known on Instagram as Dating by Blaine. Blaine, thank you so much for coming on today.
Tyler, thank you for having me. Just one small correction. I feel like I've helped way more than 1,500 guys. Ooh. That's how many have graduated from my masterclass program. We're having thousands of guys out there.
You've had 1,500 people. You've had 1,500 people graduate from your masterclass program.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
That's incredible.
Thank you.
You've helped over 10,000 men.
1,500.
No, but in total, you said you probably impacted like 10,000.
Well, in total, I mean, I have, some of my Instagram or my reels get like 1 million views. So I'd like to think, hundreds of thousands of men have at least been helped from my advice. I actually just hired someone, and when she was quitting her old job, she told her team, hey, I'm leaving. I'm going to work for Dating by Blaine. And 2 of the 10 guys on her team followed me. And one of them was like, her advice on Instagram got me my girlfriend.
Really?
So he's not even in the 1,500, but clearly helped him out.
Well, I love that because I've had 2 girlfriends in my life, 2 real ones, I'd say, and they've all crashed and burned, Blaine. So we're gonna try and figure this formula out because I can't. But
let's solve it.
I'm excited just to have you on here. I found you through the Everybody But Me show fan base. People were sending me your videos like, you got to get her on there. She's great. She'll probably help you, Tyler. You need it. So. I'm just, I reached out to you. I'm ecstatic to have you on here. This will be fun. Usually we start every episode with a hard-hitting question. Katie delivers it, but Katie informed me today that you're hitting me with the hard-hitting question.
I am.
So, without further ado, give it to me, Blaine.
Well, my question for you, Tyler, is you're quite charismatic. And I'm curious, what do you think what are the top 1 or 2, 3 qualities that you have that you think attract women to you?
All right. Well, before we get to that, I'm going to have to think on that one.
We got to go to a song.
Yeah. So we're going to go to a song. You got a song for me, Phil?
Ooh. How do you want to start this off? I'm into the Miguel kick right now.
Miguel? Ooh, let's see what Miguel comes up.
Let's bring out some Miguel real quick.
Sure Thing?
Sure Thing.
Adorn?
Adorn is good.
Adorn?
Yeah.
Adorn or Sure Thing?
They're both good.
I'm going to go Adorn.
Adorn?
Because when he says,
yeah.
Adorn. All right, and we're back, y'all. We're back, and we have Dating by Blaine on. Blaine hit me with a hard-hitting question. She said, what are my top 3 traits that I think attract women to me? And I'm going to go with the first one is 2.2M next to my name on Instagram. The second one is the allure that I have a lot of money. I don't, but people think I do because you have that number next to your name. And the third one is I'm 6'3". You're over 6 foot. No.
You stand out in the crowd for sure.
No, I'm kidding. I think someone over here just said, "Are you though?" Someone just said, well, if I'm thinking about my top 3, things I think are why people like me, I think I'm very good at making someone feel in the moment or whatnot, if
comfortable.
Comfortable.
Yeah.
If I'm talking to you, you're getting my attention, you know? I love going out and meeting people. I love connecting with people. And so if I'm with you, you have me, So I think that's 1. I think 2 is I think I'm a kind of a goofy, fun time. I don't take myself too serious. I don't care. I'm a fool in a sense. I just have a good time and live. I like to live life. And then I think number 3 is
You're affectionate.
I'm affectionate.
Yeah.
I am. I'm just kidding. No, but I was gonna say caring. Like if you're my person, like, or if you're with me, like I'm gonna make sure you're good. I care about you. Like I adore you. Like that's me. I'm a lover boy when I hit that switch.
Yeah,
But it's hard to get me that
qualities.
switch. It's hard to make me flip that switch, Blaine. I've that switch has got like a lock code on it. I forgot the lock. I don't even know how to get to that switch anymore. So we got to get to that lock. We got to pick that lock.
We can work on that for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And wait, Phil, are you single?
I am married.
Oh, okay.
5 years now. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, congrats.
Thank you.
Where did you meet your wife?
Oh, wow. Put me on the spot, huh? No, we met in Key West.
Oh, cool.
Key West, yep. A party weekend, random. And here we are.
Here we are 5 years later.
So you got something based off of what I was talking about, my 3 characteristics?
Yeah,
Are they good ones, you think?
Those are 3 amazing characteristics. Like those are absolutely things that women are looking for, you know? Obviously thinking you have money. No, I'm just kidding. But the ability, like starting with going backwards with caring, like, you know, women want somebody who is going to be able to flip that switch, care about them, be affectionate. And the fact that you aren't afraid to say that even here, and that like you have that as, you know, that's part of who you are, I think is ahead of a lot of guys out there being open and vulnerable. The ability to not take life too seriously. Obviously, you're here having a good time. That's why you have the 2.2M on Instagram. You bring the lightheartedness, you bring energy to the situation, you make people smile, which is, you know, women care a lot about what it feels like to be around you. Tall can be good for some women. I'm tall, but, you know, ultimately what it feels like to be around you is how you are going to make a long-term lasting, healthy relationship successful. And then your first one was, presence. You know, I don't know you personally, but even from our short time here, you use my name, you ask me questions about my life. Those are things that make women feel like, okay, you're here. You're not thinking about work or thinking about who you're going to text next. Like, you actually feel like you're here with the person. So those are 3 great qualities to have. So I approve of those. Okay. Thank you for sharing them.
Yep.
All right, Blaine. So I think, you know, I want people to understand you and where you come from. Like, hey, how did you come into this world of becoming a dating coach for men?
Yeah. So rewind. I mean, if we go way back, I've always had a fascination with love and relationships. You know, I think back to being like in middle school and it's like, who's going out with who? Like, did he ask her out? Like, I always wanted the tea on what was going on with people and where they were at in their relationships. But it was, you know, a dating coach that wasn't on my radar as something I could do professionally. So I graduated from the University of Arizona. I moved to New York. I was actually working in the travel industry, and I worked in the travel industry for almost a decade. And then the pandemic hit, and I was working for a travel business then, but I was working for myself. I had my own business, and my client base went to 0 overnight. No one was traveling. You know, I essentially was unemployed at the blink of an eye with no foresight into like, okay, when are people going to start traveling again? When I was living in New York, I had always been really into helping my guy friends and people in my network upgrade their dating app profiles. Because this is like right when it like wasn't weird to meet a stranger from the internet, you know? It was like normal. It was like, okay, you can find a date online in, you know, a day or in a night. And I would look at my guy friends' profiles and be like, you're a really cool guy. Like, I know you personally. You're awesome. You're smart. You're funny. You're good looking. I look at your profile and none of that's coming across. Like, you don't look good. You don't look like you've got stuff going on. You look, you know, maybe a little serial killer vibes. Like, we got to fix this. So I'd fix up their dating app profiles, and then miraculously, you know, they'd get more matches and they'd go on dates, and I would give them advice about their dating lives. So fast back forward, pandemic hits, I'm essentially unemployed. And my boyfriend at the time, who's now my husband, he was actually like, you've been so passionate about, you know, helping people with their dating lives. You should start a course-based business. You know, they don't take a lot. It doesn't take any money to start a course-based business, which is good because I didn't have any. And you can help a lot of people, you know, at once. And so that was my first kind of, okay, like maybe this could be a business. So that was when I made my masterclass. That was the summer of 2020. I was kind of just thinking, oh, this is something fun I will do until, people start traveling again. Because I was really passionate and really loved planning travel. And it took off. One thing led to another. There was clearly a need for the advice from, a woman to men. And I haven't looked back since.
I love that.
I think it's great.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. You took a chance. You branched out on your own, and life kind of carved its path for you to do this, and you're making an impact. I mean, like you said,
I love it.
Your videos have millions of views. I was just scrolling through Reels earlier, and they do have tons of views. I mean, you've had 1,500 people graduate from your master's class. That's incredible. That's incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, I love it. It's so fun. It's so rewarding. Seeing, the business side of it is a whole nother topic, and that's great too. But what I really love and what I'm really passionate about is hearing from clients, weeks, months, a year after they graduate or after they take my course. And it's like, wow, without your course, I don't think I would have met this woman that I'm now dating or engaged to. I'm actually going to a client's wedding in a couple weeks, which I'm so pumped about.
No way.
That's rewarding.
Okay,
Yeah.
now this brings me to questions.
I love that.
This brings me to questions here. So we've all seen the movie. We've all seen Hitch, right? And basically, what do women think once they find out that their man has a dating coach?
Oh, I mean, they love it. You know what? There's nothing unmasculine about taking action to improve yourself. Just like you would hire a tennis coach if you wanted to be good at tennis, or a personal trainer if you wanted to look better. Like if you want to be able to communicate with women better and you want to date more women that you're excited about, hire a dating coach. And I just tell my clients to say, I'm like, yeah, if it comes up or you feel like you want to share it, you can just say yeah, I wasn't dating the type of women I was interested in, so I hired a dating coach. Clearly it's working because I'm here with you. Damn. What are they going to say to that?
Damn. Oh, talk to him, Blaine.
That's
Talk
good.
to him. So the client is getting married. Is the wife thankful of you? Is she super stoked?
Oh, I know her. Yeah.
Really? That's amazing.
I've met her. She's wonderful. Yeah, she's so this was an early on client. So this was so I have different programs now. I have some pre-recorded courses, my master class. That's what I was referring to. Then I also work with select clients one-on-one. And so this was a client who I'd worked with one-on-one. So I was literally telling him what to say, when they first matched online. I was like, oh, this is her profile. Say this. And she knows that. She's like, I'm so happy because maybe we never would have met. She's thrilled she's getting married. It's
That's amazing.
The man of her dreams.
That's amazing. All right.
That's awesome.
So I'm going to get into it.
Let's go.
Give me let's talk about it. I've only had 2 girlfriends my whole life. I've been dating around, dating good, dating bad. And what are some of the big no-nos you see from a lot of the guys that you work with?
So I'm not sure that you necessarily face the same challenges as many of my clients. I think you might have a unique set of challenges being in the public eye. Maybe a better one-on-one client than necessarily what my masterclass teaches. But some of the biggest mistakes I see guys making is, number one, not being clear and direct in their communication. And we can talk more about what that looks like. And then number 2, not knowing how to market themselves so that the women they're interested in can see that they have, the qualities that she may want.
I think marketing is important. I think a lot of guys, when I look at some of my friends dating, I'm part one is they don't believe in themselves.
Yeah.
Lack of confidence.
Non-starter.
And part 2 is they don't know how to sell themselves. And I've been I'll go out with my boys to the bars, whatever, and I'm the one almost talking for them, and I'm like, bro, you got to talk to this person. You got to let them know who you are, what you're doing, where you're from, and I don't know. I think a lot of, especially now, I think a lot of people don't put themselves out there because of fear, the fear of failure, the fear of
rejection,
all these things. But I've been shooting shots since I was probably in 5th grade, and every rejection has molded me, you know what I mean, to what works, what doesn't work. And trial and error is so important when it comes to dating,
Can't be afraid to hear the word no.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I say you just can't be afraid to hear the word no.
Exactly. Rejection is redirection.
Ooh.
So don't think about it as oh, this person doesn't like me, therefore I'm not worthy. It's like, okay, this is one less person that I now need to get to know because it's not a fit. Because if it was a fit, she would like me. Mm-hmm. So rejection is redirection.
All right, first date etiquette. Give it to me.
Okay. Well, from a woman's perspective, both. Everyone better show up on time. Mm-hmm. Everyone better come in a good mood as the best version of themselves. Be open-minded. I think something that people get wrong is they want the fireworks and they want the sparks and they want the chemistry. And sometimes that happens and that's cool, but that's not a prerequisite or a requirement for a successful relationship. That those things can build. A lot of people are shy when they're meeting somebody new. They don't you want to come as your best self, but that's hard sometimes. You feel in your shell. Like it takes you a little bit to get warmed up. So I tell everybody, if you had a good first date and you enjoyed the person's company, go on the second date. If you, I don't know if there was chemistry, I don't know if I like him or her like that, give it another chance. Give it one more shot.
There's always nerves. There's always reasons why, I think first dates can be a little nerve-wracking for a lot of people.
Yeah, absolutely. For a lot of people, especially people who aren't confident in dating, like you said, like you have to be confident. You have to believe in yourself going in. It's going to be really hard to get dates if you're not at least there. But confidence ebbs and flows. So, putting somebody in a first date scenario, they might not feel the most confident, but by the second or third date, like they'll come out of their shell a little bit more. And this goes for men and women, and there might be a real connection. So give people more of a chance would be my first date etiquette. And then also, I think the guys should pay. Like
always.
Yep. Ding, ding.
I preach that to my audience and people are like, it's not fair. And I'm like, I'm not here to tell you what's fair. I'm here to tell you what works. This isn't about, let's debate it. It's you pay. Yeah. It's just the way it is.
My brother was on here the other day. He's like, yeah, we split the bill. I'm like, who taught you that? Who taught you
what?
That? My mom used to give me like extra money when I was like a little kid, like in like 7th grade, 6th grade. He's like, make sure you pay for her ticket and her food, Like,
yeah.
Mom started.
I love that you're going on dates in 6th grade.
Oh yeah. I would be on a date. I'd be on a date. Right.
I need to come on and like give my audience a lesson.
I went on a date. I remember this. 6th grade. One of my first. She was 7th grade. I was dating the cool girl in 7th grade. I was feeling good. Still never kissed a girl. And we're on a date at the movie theaters. And I go to her. I go, hey, can I kiss you? And she goes, yeah. I go, all right. And then I just watched the movie for the rest of the time. I got too scared to kiss her.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. I love it.
But no.
Well, I love that you asked.
Yeah. I'm big on communication.
Yes.
I ask a lot of questions in the bedroom, just to make sure everyone's comfortable. Like, do you want to take this off? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do just, especially like if it's your first time with somebody?
Yes.
Because overstepping boundaries is a big no-no.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with that more. And I'll get hate when I say that on Instagram, like, like asking kills the mood. I'm like, no. If asking kills the mood, there was no mood to begin with. Mm-hmm. Ask if you are ever unsure if a woman wants something, especially when it comes to physicality, ask. And yeah, there's ways to do it that's like sexier than others. But when in doubt, ask. It doesn't mean you have to ask like before you kiss her if like the mood is there, but it never hurts.
Facts.
I agree.
Question for you. What was your boyfriend's grade of game? Or your husband now? What was his game like? Give me a grade. A through F.
You know what? Okay, I'm gonna give him an A minus.
A minus.
A minus. Yeah, I mean, and we're here, so like he did something great.
A minus is great. A minus is fantastic.
He approached me at a workout class. Hard to do.
He approached you?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. You want the story?
Yeah. Definitely. I got questions.
Have you guys been to Barry's boot camp?
Yeah, so hard.
Yeah, so big Barry's fan. And I was living in San Francisco and I would always go to Barry's, frequently at Barry's. I often went to like the mid-morning class. Like I worked for myself then too, a flexible schedule. I'm at like the leisurely 9:25 often. And I was like loitering in the lobby one day after class and this guy walked up to me and he's like, hey, I've seen you here before, so I wanted to introduce myself. And I'm like, introduced himself and I'm like, oh, so nice to meet you. Do you work here? Because he was like so friendly and he was like, no, I don't work here. We just take the 925 class together a lot. And we just took class together. And I was like, oh, and like, I was embarrassed. Like, oh, I don't know why I said that. Like, okay, so nice to meet you. He's like, okay, cool. Like, have a nice day. And just laughed and walked away. And I was like, okay. And that was kind of like, that was interesting. Like, he approached me. He was confident in it. Like, he didn't seem rattled. Now we laugh about that. I like asked if he works there, but he didn't seem rattled. So he was like, no, we just took class together. Like, whatever. Like, cool. Nice to meet you. Leaves. Boom. That's it. But then since he had introduced himself, when I would, be at that same class later in the week, the next week, I would notice him like, oh, I already met this guy. And then he would say hi and we would chat a little bit before and after. Just getting to know each other. This is what I call qualifying. It's important to qualify your crush before you ask her out if you're someplace like the gym or a workout class.
Elaborate. What do you mean qualify?
Qualify means like you're going to get to know her before you make the ask. So the 3 things you want to do when you qualify is, do you have reason to believe she's single? You don't need to know for certain, but like, has she mentioned a boyfriend or like, going on a trip with her husband? That's one thing you're going to qualify, being single. Do you have things in common? So like, is this just a hot girl, or like, would you have things to talk to her about if you went on a date with her? And then most importantly, is she showing some interest back in you? Even if she's single and you have things in common, if she's not encouraging conversation and like, looking away and like body language pointing away from you, probably don't ask her out. But if you can answer those 3 things and it seems positive, then go for it. Ask her out. And you don't always have to qualify a woman, but like someplace like the gym where you're going to see her again, she's in your class, like you go to university together, if you work together, these are all times you need to qualify to avoid an awkward situation asking her out, especially if she says no.
Damn. All right. So let's talk, Blaine. All right. So I have a couple crushes right now. I'm qualifying right now.
Qualifying stage.
Yeah. So at my gym, right? I'm an Orange Theory guy right now.
Oh, okay.
Orange Theory guy. Mm-hmm. And there's like a really cute girl. I've been talking to the girls and Phil about her. Very cute. But I'm like, I don't feel like it's appropriate to go to say something to her at the gym because I don't want her to feel uncomfortable. And that's a safe space. And
she's working out there, or she works there?
She works out there.
Okay.
But we both, we found something funny to laugh about. We kind of small talk, and then we talked, chatted. Conversations grew and grew. We recognize each other. We know each other's names. She whoops my ass in splat points. It just sucks. And but she has a boyfriend. I found out through conversation she had a boyfriend. So I was like, I'll just be very respectful and friendly and cool, and that's what it is. Now my other one, 2 doors down from where I work out, is a restaurant that I love going to. It's Jersey Mike's. Let's talk real. It's Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's. And she's like the manager, like cash register, runs the cash register, runs the whole show there.
Oh, she works there.
She works there.
Okay.
Yeah. Beautiful girl, sweet. I get a little nervous when I'm around her, and and so I've been qualifying. I've been being nice, polite. I sit outside now because sometimes she'll have to deliver my sub outside if I get a hot sub. I've learned the game a little bit. A hot sub, she's got to prepare it.
Got to bring it on out.
You know what I mean? So
getting your alone time.
Yeah, exactly. So then I chat her up a little bit out there. Qualifying out there. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay. But I just part of me is like, man, I really would like to ask her out, but I don't also want to blow up her spot. You know what I mean?
And your spot that you like to
You
eat
don't
at.
want to lose your sub spot.
Yeah, but I mean, there's multiple Jersey Mike's. It's a good thing about chains, I guess. If you got a crush somewhere and you screw up, you can go down the street and find another one. But so I've been working on it. Been slow paying, seeing it. And I think she knows my order now. It's good. It's growing.
Okay.
But I guess I've been qualified. Everyone's like, why don't you just ask her out? I'm like, I'm gonna ask her out in front of the 6 other employees right there and make it awkward. Or I don't think you should ever put pressure on a situation.
Yeah. Well, I think you maybe need to go for like the outside sub scenario that you described, where you can get her on her own, and be like, hey, like, I enjoy seeing you here. Would you want to, get a sandwich someplace else sometime?
I'm gonna get that hot buffalo chicken tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I'm excited. Well, so you've qualified her a bit. It sounds like you have good rapport, like you chit chat. Like, it doesn't seem like she has a boyfriend, and she obviously is friendly back. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely friendly back. I got her name. There's like about 7 times I visited when I didn't have her name, but I got her name now, because I was outside ordering a hot sub and we started talking.
Are you ever there when there's no other customers in there, or he's always?
I go at lunchtime. It's a hot.
It's a busy time.
It's a busy environment.
Maybe you need to go at a quieter time.
Yep. They open at 10 o'clock.
You're there at 10 a.m. for that breakfast.
10 a.m. for the breakfast sandwich.
I want to hear what Blaine would suggest you to do.
That's it. I mean, I think that's kind of it. Like, if you can go during quieter hours, I agree with you. You don't want to ask her out in front of her 6 colleagues. It's kind of awkward. So go during a quieter time. Maybe if there's still some other people there, her colleagues, you order your hot sub to get her outside, and then when she comes out, chat with her a little bit. Be like, I've enjoyed chatting with you and seeing you here. As simple as would you like to go out sometime? I'd love to take you out.
I'm gonna do it.
I like it.
I can do it.
You can do it, baby.
I'm excited to hear how it goes.
Now, see, I guess I'm old school, but would you just say that at her job, or would you instead of embarrassing her in front of the rest of the staff, like you said, leave a little friendly note with your number on there? No?
I'm not against the no. If you leave her a cute note, you could even do do you want to go out with me? The yes, no.
I would totally do that.
Remember, that's cute.
Yes.
I'm not anti that, especially if you can't get her alone.
Right.
But the hot sub trick, I can get her alone.
But then there's your time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if she comes outside and delivers the sandwich, yeah, that might be the moment.
Because asking in person is always better than so many guys will want to follow up on social media. Well, if I see her here, but I found her Instagram, can I just DM her? No.
No, yeah.
You can't just DM her if you have the opportunity to ask her in person.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to find her because I only got her first name.
Right.
Don't do that.
What about DMs?
You can. I'm
just
actually I'm pro DMs. I'm pro using Instagram as a dating app. I have an entire guide on how to, use Instagram as your dating app as a dude. But if you have the opportunity in person, it's always in person is the first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what are some intros you use for Instagram to slide into the DMs?
Well, I think backing up before you can even start sliding in, you have to have a decent profile. You have to have a public profile if you're sliding into girls' DMs.
Facts.
You're not connected with.
But now you can click the profile and the image blows up so you can see more of what they look like.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. New Instagram feature.
New update.
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that either.
I like that one. But even still, if you slide, and unless you have a really good looking first photo, if you're just some random dude who she's never seen before and you slide into her DMs, I guess maybe it depends what your photo is. She might accept and want to and see more. But people have fake photos for those, you want to be able to really get eyes on it, especially if you're a attractive girl or who is getting a lot of people in her DMs. She's going to look at your profile, and if there's nothing there that's interesting or makes her think you would have a connection, she's not going to reply.
Tate, damn, I'm not getting replies. You got to get better photos on Instagram, okay, Tate?
Better what?
Better photos on Instagram so I get some more replies on my DMs.
Oh.
Dang it, Tate.
I personally wouldn't suggest him to do any dropping in nobody's DMs, because for the fact that, first of all, she might be okay, this is fake. This is some guy pretending to be Tyler dropping my DM. Don't you agree with that?
I mean, no, not if he has 2.2 million followers and the verification. I think, Tyler, you're the ideal candidate to be able to drop into girls' DMs if you see someone you're interested in.
But then, as a female standpoint, my argument would be,
he's doing this with everyone.
Thank you. Wouldn't you think that as the female?
Great power.
How many DMs does this guy drop in on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You hear that? I said, as a female, wouldn't you think he's dropping in everybody's DM? If you're dropping in somebody's DM, I would suggest no
DM. The way that
DM.
you would have to stand out and avoid that is you can't just be yo girl, what up? Or how you doing? You have to say something relevant, act actually interested in her. If you have a mutual connection, it helps. We actually we have a friend in common, or I just noticed that you go to this place, and I also go there. You need to put in a little more effort to be
Gotcha.
to have a relevant conversation.
I have a business proposition for you.
Oh, tell me more.
All right, Blaine. I have a friend named Chad.
Oh.
And Chad has
Everyone went, oh.
Chad has the funniest and best intros to meeting people. So this is what we're gonna do. All the men in your masterclass, if they need a DM, they pay us like a fee, $10, $15, whatever it is. As long as we got the volume up, we can charge. We can go stay low, and you just give us like some details about the lady. We'll send a hilarious DM out. Bada bing, bada boom. We're already on to the DM number 3. I mean, Chad, you know, he's learned that he's got to be more creative based off the way he looks.
I'm done. Mic drop.
I'm for it. Work with what you've got.
Yeah, tell him, Blaine.
Work with what you got. Yep. All day.
But no, he writes the most. I love Chad. I'm just kidding about that last part. But he writes the most hilarious poems. Like he'll be out. So he'll be out, meet a girl. He's like, let me write a poem for you. If you laugh, like you get to let me take you out. He'll be like, but you got to give me a topic. And he'll like, you know, she gave him a poem about cheese, and he gives a whole poem about cheese. And I mean, every one has been just hilarious. And they always ends it with like a sexual innuendo at the end, which always spicing things up and makes it a little fun. You shows you have a little spicy, a little picante.
That's a romantic tone.
Yeah.
Is that a date winning? Is that winning or is that losing?
Like, I love the poem. I love, like, that is such a unique and funny play. I generally tell guys, like, if you don't know someone, like, steer clear of the sexual innuendos. But if it's like you met out and it's in person and she can see it's lighthearted, it can absolutely work and be funny. Sliding into a stranger's DMs with a sexual innuendo, probably not it. But like, I love the poem
I'm gonna start sending haikus as DMs.
Also works.
What do you think, guys?
What about like when you do the name? Like, what's the type of poem where you have their name and for each letter
yeah.
you have like saying something?
Oh, what's it called?
I want to say a sin queen, but I could be wrong.
Sin queen.
I forget the name of it, but I like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
I've done that before in like middle school. Yeah, I remember that.
That could be a good one. I love this idea. We need to get Chad involved.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we can make a lot of money, Blaine. We'll give you some kickback. You know what I mean? We'll split the profits. You know?
It's like a chat bot, like an AI chat bot.
Yeah, I mean, girls do that on OnlyFans. Why can't men do it in the DMs?
I'm for it.
Going down in deep.
Acrostic poem is what we learned it is.
Okay.
But yeah, no. So there's a business opportunity right there. I'm just always ready for make some money.
I love it. Making things happen.
Blaine, what are some of your pet peeves with your client? Like, what pisses you off about a client when they're learning about, like, you know in Hitch they had that one guy who was a prick.
Honestly, most of my clients are amazing. And like are really like here for the right reasons and really putting in the effort. But the number one thing that just like pisses me off is making excuses and not putting in effort. Like just being like, oh, it's impossible. Like I'm short or I'm unattractive. Like women don't like me. And it's like, why did you, pay me money to like complain? Like that seems like not beneficial. Like we're here to take action. And if you actually do the things I'm telling you, like you're going to see an improvement and you're going to get results, like facts. I feel very strongly about that. So making excuses for why things won't work is just a no for me.
How do you instill confidence in these men?
So I can't instill confidence. Like I can be a cheerleader and I can do certain things, but like confidence has to come from within. Like the person has to go out and find confidence. And the way I, help guys do that is we'll talk about ways to build confidence. And one of the easiest ways to build confidence is just to spend more time doing things you love. To feel confident around people generally, you want to feel like you're good at stuff. You want to feel, that you spend your time doing things that you like. You want to feel like knowledgeable about something. So it could be as simple as like, you like bowling, join a bowling league. You're going to go to bowling practice 3 nights a week. You're going to get really good at bowling. And like, that's going to make you feel good and confident. And then maybe the bowling alley is a good place for you to meet women. And that's obviously like a very niche example. Like you have to figure that out for yourself based on your interests. But like confidence and like, there's also, I have a lot of book recommendations and other things that can help like with confidence, but ultimately like you're responsible for building your own confidence.
I'm about to get really confident in Pilates.
I love Pilates.
I'm gonna start going to Pilates. A lot of women in Pilates.
Yes, there is a lot of females in Pilates,
Pilates
but
is so hard.
Pilates is tough. I was gonna say, man,
else.
Do you ever talk about sex with your clients?
So I, especially with my one-on-one clients, like there has been moments like where we talk about physicality and like, okay, moving a relationship in the direction of sex and like how to do that appropriately. In my courses, we touch on it lightly, but it's more physicality, more broadly. It's not like I don't have, and I've talked about this. I actually said something about this on Instagram the other day, and like everyone was like, "Oh my God, you have to." I was like, I should add a lesson about sex and physicality and like being in the bedroom and like what that's like, but I don't have a specific course on it right now.
I mean, that's a huge part of confidence in a relationship. If you're confident with having sex with that person and feeling good about what you're doing or treating that person right and whatnot. So I think that's definitely important.
And I think a lot of guys lack confidence, even like one step back from sex. It's like, okay, I don't have a lot of experience with women generally. I haven't had a girlfriend before or haven't been in a serious relationship. And that, lowers their confidence or leads them into lacking confidence in their dating life. And what I say about that is having had a girlfriend is not a prerequisite for being a great partner. You can bring so much to the table and be a great partner for somebody and like even further be great in bed, even though you haven't done it before. If you educate yourself and if you're paying attention to what she wants and if you are a clear communicator.
Well, I think, what's interesting is like having you, a woman, teaching men how to date. I think you can give a lot of tips on how to communicate with women properly with sex, and how to, because I think men, one, there's a lot of ego involved and not, they don't want to ask certain things.
Yep.
They are like, was that good or was it not good? Because they're afraid to hear the wrong answer or the truth or whatever it is. And I think like you as a woman can really help peel that back for men and help them understand, what they're doing wrong or we're just learning how to communicate with sex.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I think, yes. And just reminding people the importance of communication, like from both ways is I feel that people often, they under communicate. They're scared to ask for what they want. They're scared to say what they like because it ties back to like the fear of rejection and fearing what the other person thinks. But the more everyone can get over that, I think the more real and lasting relationships we'll see and people will have.
I've got a question for you. How are you separating men actually looking for the relationship versus the man who's looking to become a master at just one-night stands?
Manipulation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's interesting because this industry, like a dating coach, historically has been much more like pickup artist focused, which
right.
I don't know how much, if you're familiar with that, which is a very different game, as I would call it. It's much more about manipulation and tricking women into thinking you're a certain way to get what you want and, validation. But how I approach dating and what I teach men is like, sure, you could use the things you learn to sleep with more women, but ultimately like what I'm teaching men how to do with women is be their authentic best selves. And if you're being your authentic best self and women want to sleep with you and that's what you want, great. Like you should communicate about that. I actually don't think there's anything wrong with just wanting a physical relationship so long as you are open and communicating about that. But what I'm like really working on like with men is, okay, how are you going to be your best self and openly communicate about, what you're looking for? So whether it's one or the other, like you're able to get it. But most of my clients are looking for like more serious relationships.
What is your age range of men who you're helping out right now, if you don't mind me asking?
It's wide. It's super wide. I would say like my youngest clients are in their early 20s and my oldest have been in their like late 60s.
That's awesome.
Like the majority are in their early to mid 30s.
Okay.
Love that. Well, let's go to a song and let's go to my favorite part where we have people call in and ask you questions and ask us questions. So, but Blaine, this has been a blast. So
I've had so much fun.
Let's keep the party going. Let's get a song on here. And we're back.
We're
back.
live.
We're back here with Blaine, Dating by Blaine, the dating coach for men. We're going to go through, we had a question of the day. The question was, what are some common things men do that are no-nos in dating? Phil, hit us with some of them.
Well, the first one that caught my eye was Inconsistency. So that's one of them, ladies that wrote in. Communication we spoke about. That's one that wrote in just now. Not picking a time and a place.
I hate that.
Oh yeah, that's an absolute no. I'm very on that. So like that's something I cover, in my courses. It's like guys don't even necessarily know that they should be planning the date and then communicating about the plan to the woman in advance. You got to pick the place, you got to pick the time, you got to sell it a little. She can get drinks with anybody, so it's like, why you? Why there? Why this spot? You got to lay it out.
I got some. These are some good questions right here that just came in. Can I hit you with them?
Yeah, please.
So someone asked, "Is it so?" This is why I think it's a good question because I'm gonna share something about me. Is it better to wait for a guy to make a move, or is it okay for the girls to make the first move? That's a girl asking that question.
I think it's okay for the girls to make the first move. Guys love that. So many of the guys I work with are like, I always have to make the move. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Like, I'm of that mind. But like, yeah, girls can also make the move.
And not gonna lie, like I'd be getting nervous if I really like somebody, and I'd be getting shy, and timid on making that first move because I just want them to feel comfortable, and I overthink it too much,
right?
And then like once I do it, I'm like, oh duh, like this is like our fourth date, we still haven't kissed them.
Yeah, what if you go to Jersey Mike's tomorrow and she asks you out?
Fire! I'd be elated. I'd be stoked. My weekend's made.
I hope she's listening. No.
Yeah, she could be.
Is there a certain age when it becomes a red flag for a man or woman to have never been in a serious relationship?
I don't think so, but it depends how they communicate about it. That's like something guys ask me all the time. It's like, I kind of touched on this before. It's like, I haven't been in a serious relationship or I don't have experience. And so I lack confidence about that. You got to have a talk track. So if you're like, yeah, I've never been in a serious relationship and like you clearly think it's like pathetic and weird, then the other person is going to think it's pathetic and weird. But if you're like, yeah, like I spent my 20s focusing on my career and getting to where I wanted at my company. So I wasn't prioritizing dating, but I'm really excited to lean into that area of my life now.
It's all about delivery.
Yeah.
All about delivery.
I love how you said that.
Yeah, that was a great way. Way to put it. How do you tell your advice to each client so they stay true to themselves and just don't regulate what you say?
So you can't use a script. That's something that pickup artists will say. It's like, oh, I have the one line that will get every woman in the bedroom. It's like, no. That doesn't work. Every woman is different. You have to, plan the situation. But I do give templates because I think it's helpful to understand, like, okay, here's the flow of a conversation, like at a given place. Like, here's how it might work. And I think, at least for my clients who can feel shy and tend to be introverted, having that in their back pocket is helpful. But it's never like, okay, like recite this.
All right, another one for you. How do people go about being in a relationship if they've never really been in a long-term relationship? Like, how do you convince your guys to make that step with somebody?
Like, how do you know when it's the right time? Or
Yeah, exactly. How do you know when it's the right time? Like, how do you say, okay, you got a guy, you got a client, and he's like, do I ask her to be my girlfriend? Do I, how do you get him to make that step?
Okay. I feel like this is a question people get. It's like, do you have to talk about it? I am of the mindset you can never make assumptions. Like, you can't assume that you're exclusive or assume that she's your girlfriend. I think you have to communicate about it. So I think, on the date, like when you feel like it's an appropriate time, obviously you don't want to rush it. But when you feel like it's an appropriate time and you're in person together, you can say something like, I've really enjoyed getting to know you this past month, and I could see a future together, and I'd be interested in exploring that with just you. Stop talking. That gives them the opportunity. It's not like, okay, what do you think? But it gives them the opportunity to chime in. And usually those conversations will happen organically from there.
One of my girlfriends from back in the day, I asked her out, and I was lit as hell. And I don't really remember what she said.
Oh no.
So like,
I think I have a girlfriend.
A few weeks later, I mustered up the confidence to ask her out again. She's like, "Wait, have I not been your girlfriend this past few weeks?"
No!
Oh man, such a fucking idiot. And then another time too, like I'm a firm believer, like you should ask a girl out. To be your girl.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Like I'm black and white about things. I don't like. I think when you don't, you said like you muddy the waters, feelings get hurt, expectations are can get messed up. I asked another girl out to be my girlfriend, and she's like, no one's ever asked me. Like we're 20. She's like 26 at the time. No one's ever asked me to be my girlfriend ever again. I was like, what? Like how? I
was always asked. Yep.
Yeah, that's awful. So
Ask a
everyone's just
person
like
out.
kind of like walking on eggshells, like wondering if like your boyfriend and girlfriend. No, you got to communicate. But this goes back to like what we've been talking about: clear communication and like making someone feel seen, like which you clearly don't have a problem with, Tyler. A+.
I'll take it. All right. Well, you ready for my favorite part of the show?
Yeah.
We're gonna enable some call-ins. We're gonna get this thing rolling here. But Blaine, I've had a blast with you. I really want to sit down with you one day and do like a deep dive. Like we'll do like a one-on-one day. And
Yeah,
I
let's
want to
do
come
it.
back on here and then you go through that one-on-one day with me, and we'll talk about.
Unpack it.
We'll unpack it all.
I love that idea. Love that.
I'm here for it.
All right, I got my first caller. Let's see if we can get him on here. Hello, we got Liv on the beach calling in. Let me get you on here. Liv, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Blaine, can you hear her?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear.
What's up, Liv?
We good? Not much. I'm driving to go play a beach volleyball tournament right now, so I figured I'd just get a quick call in before I hopped out. But how are you guys?
We're doing well.
Doing well.
It's a
Awesome.
wonderful Tuesday here with Blaine.
That's nice. Yeah, it's a good Tuesday. Well, I had a question for you, actually. You guys were talking about confidence. I jumped on partway through, so maybe you've answered this already, but I was curious. In my past experience trying to figure out dating and stuff, you deal with a lot of guys who are very obviously insecure, and then there's the guys that cover it up a little better because they're more assertive or they ask certain questions. They make it look like they're confident. So since you work with a lot of guys who help you build confidence, what would you say are your telltale signs of when they're faking it?
So she's asking you, Blaine, what are some telltale signs for guys when they're faking confidence?
Okay.
Well, I guess my question is, what's wrong with faking some confidence? Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it, until like you feel confident. Obviously you want a guy who feels secure with himself. You don't want a guy, who's seeking validation. Maybe that's like another way of saying they lack confidence. So they're doing things and like trying to put on a certain bravado to like be impressive. And I think that's probably a red flag and not something you want. So if you feel like they're being disingenuous or inauthentic, or even just like saying things to agree with you and very agreeable, like none of those things I personally, would find attractive in somebody I wanted to date.
Yeah, that's a better way of putting it. And that's what I meant. It's like that kind of guy who's going to say things just to basically keep you on the line because they don't have the security to be able to put it up. What's
Got
real,
it. Yeah. I think honestly, you have to like men and women trust your gut. If something feels off and someone doesn't feel trustworthy, I feel like it's very rare that you're like, I'm just going to push through and like maybe he is trustworthy. It's like, no, like your spidey senses are probably telling you something is fishy for a reason. And so like to listen to that gut reaction.
True. I'm learning to listen to that gut reaction because I feel like want to just say, oh, okay, I have so many other things good. I guess I'll just, it feels like it's the right thing, sort of, and then push by it, like you said, but.
Yeah, and I think a lot of women and people in general are willing to overlook red flags because this person has certain things that they're telling themselves they want. Like, oh, but he's really tall. Or, he has a prestigious career. So like I'm willing to overlook the fact that he maybe doesn't seem 100% trustworthy because maybe that will figure itself out. And I'm confused about it. And I find that is very rarely the case. And it's important to get really clear on what's important to you in a person. And I think if you can get clear with yourself on what you're actually optimizing for, dating becomes a little bit easier, and it becomes easier to then say like, this person actually isn't trustworthy and reliable and someone who is accountable. Like I shouldn't date them even though maybe they buy me nice things and they're good looking.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. And then I have one more question for you before I jump off because I'm about to get to the complex. But what is your favorite way of, or or what's your favorite thing to do giving advice-wise besides kind of trying something new to help instill confidence in someone? Like when a guy asks specifically for you to say, or to like give an idea of what they should go do, what's something that you really love to watch them go do and build the confidence because you see good results with it, but also it's like fun for them to be a part of, for everyone to be a part of in that picture. Like what kind of things do you usually recommend? What's your favorite?
Yeah. So specifically for guys who tell me like I'm really shy or I have a lot of approach anxiety just talking to people generally, this is something that's hard for them to do, but I always have people say like, wow, that was really worth it, is signing up for an improv class.
Wow. Talk about that's scary.
I like that a lot.
Yeah. I've never had anyone come back to me and be like, oh my God, that was horrible. They're like, wow, that was really hard, but I got a lot out of it.
Wow.
Damn, I want to do an improv class.
That's awesome.
You want to do one?
I would do it.
You should go do one.
I'm all about that.
Improv would be fun to do with your friends.
I didn't quite hear
She
that.
said improv would be fun to do with your friends.
Yeah, you can do it with friends, but like even better if you can do it on your own and make new friends.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
My little sister's a musical theater performer, and she does a lot of improv stuff. And actually, one of the things that she told me they used to do is a workshop to get over nerves and just to get to feel like yourself and be comfortable with each other. Is everyone in the group, everyone in the room will circle up, and then the person has 60 seconds to do the weirdest, most loud, outlandish thing that they possibly can. And then as soon as those 60 seconds are over, everyone's laughing with you and everyone's being weird together. And it's the most bonding and ice-breaking thing that you could do just to get comfortable in the group.
I like that. And I feel like you could even do that like with yourself or like with your roommate or friend before going on a date, just to get in a good mood. I say that all the time. Like if you're like kind of feeling low energy or like worried about going on a date, do something that makes you laugh. Because if you're laughing before you go on the date, you're going to be quicker to laugh on the date. Laughter is contagious. Smiling is contagious. Like that's helpful.
Most definitely. I'm going to take you up on that the next time that I go on a date, which I have absolutely no idea what that's going to be, but sounds like a plan. Thank you so much.
Love it.
Awesome. Liv, go crush it at volleyball, girl.
You bet it, dude. Also, the Miami APP is going to be coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be there. So if y'all feel like having some beach time down in Miami, come hang out.
Heck yeah. Love that. We'll come find you. That'd be fun.
I love volleyball.
That'd be super fun, yeah. And some beach, like, what can you say no to? There's nothing to say no to.
Exactly. Appreciate you, Liv. Have a great night.
Same to you guys. You too.
Bump that spike. Go get it.
Bump, set, spot.
I like the I like that a lot. Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
We got
I
another
recently
call
had a
coming
client.
in. Go ahead.
I was going to say I had a client who was just telling me like he signed up for improv and at the end of like the course, the class semester, however long it was, they went around and they were paying each, like saying nice things or compliments about the other people. And he said, you know, I was so like, I didn't think people noticed me. And so many people commented on how much I had changed from the beginning of the class to the end of the class in terms of my confidence and like ability to perform. And I was like, oh, that's so great.
All right, we got Kylie Surfs on the line. Kylie, you got to unmute yourself so you can talk to us.
Oh, hello, Tyler.
What's up, Kylie?
Hi.
Yeah.
So I'm from Jersey.
What's up, Jers?
I am currently a Pilates instructor, so I actually think we would kind of bond. I'm coming to Jupiter on the 5th of April.
Okay.
So I'm shooting my shot here, and I think we should get together and see what's going on.
Let's go. Let's get down the Pilates class. Let's get a sweat.
Let's go.
I love it. Shooting her shot. You said you liked that.
All right, Kylie, we're doing Pilates class when you get down here.
Yeah, I really think we should definitely link up. I think we would make a nice little match. But we'll see. I mean, you gotta do your due diligence.
You gotta see if you can keep up with me in Pilates.
Slide into his DMs with a poem.
All right, I'll just make sure you know it's Kai Mahalan 95.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Gotcha.
So that's my Instagram.
I'll look for you. Just keep up with me in Pilates now, all right?
All right. You got a month. All right.
I got a month. I'm gonna train. You train and be ready because I'm coming.
All right, Tyler.
All right, I'll see you.
Thanks for taking my call.
Of course. Have a good one.
You too, love.
Bye. Hey, I took a note out of your book right there. I was looking at one of your dating things. It said you got to play the.
Of course. Of course.
What was it? It was like be competitive with her.
Yeah. Yes.
That was right off your Instagram, Blaine.
Yeah, create some friendly competition.
Yeah, that was right off
She
your
came in hot. She came in hot. Love it. Love that. Love that.
All right, we're gonna go to one more caller, Blaine, and we're gonna call it a night. A great episode for sure. I need you on all the time. You're my new dating BFF.
Happy to be
Yeah.
on call.
Oh, there we go. We got someone. Hello. You got to go off mute. You got to turn off mute. Unmute. There we go. We can hear you now.
Hi.
Hello.
How you
are
doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
I'm doing well. We're doing well. What you got for us?
I actually had a question for Blaine. I've been told a few times that you have to be what you want to attract. Do you think that is true or no?
Yes, absolutely. I think you'll attract the energy that you put out. So it's not so literal that it's like, if you want to, date somebody with a certain career, you also have that certain career. But if you want to date somebody who is confident and who has boundaries and who is ready for a mature relationship, you have to also be those things. And likewise, if you're somebody who is needy and seeking validation from others, you are going to be more likely to attract somebody who also has those tendencies.
Okay. Good to know. Good advice. I like it.
What type of person are you trying to attract?
Definitely someone confident. But my issue is that I'm really shy. So I kind of need somebody outgoing to kind of pull it out of me. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of hard to attract if you're a shy person.
Yeah, I actually feel like I hear that from a lot of clients as well, though. They say, I'm really shy, so it's helpful to be with somebody who has more energy, or even vice versa. I have a very big personality, so when I'm with somebody who also has a big personality, we tend to clash. I think the most important thing, or the biggest challenge you'll have to overcome is, with your shyness, you still have to get in front of guys so you can see if it's a good fit and you can see if there's a connection there. So pushing yourself, despite being shy or despite feeling introverted, you're still doing the things to get in front of the people who could potentially be your partner or be a boyfriend to you. So getting out of the house, meeting people when you are out, doing activities. Maybe it's improv, maybe it's an intramural sports league that's co-ed. Maybe it's, a pottery class, and then keeping eye contact with people, smiling at people, being open to conversations. Because if you're just going about your life, going from place to place with your headphones in and looking at the ground or looking at the phone, people aren't going, that's not giving guys a signal that they can talk to you. And so the more you can open yourself up and signal that you are someone who is open to being approached, the more opportunities you'll have to meet somebody.
Okay. I'm taking notes. I'm definitely going to try that.
You got this.
I love it.
Yeah, you got it. You can do it.
Yeah, I
Take an improv class.
because that is something I would never do. Totally out of my comfort zone. I might have to look into that.
Yes, I'm doing it. Phil's doing it. We're all doing it. Improv is in.
Cannot wait to do it.
2023.
Blaine, I think we need to build a confidence class. That's what it sounds like to me, right? People need
Thank you so much
confidence
for
in
calling me,
life.
Nikki.
Period.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. Before I do, I got one question. Give me one dating tip for the week.
Ooh, one dating tip for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Do more things without your phone and without headphones in. That's to everybody.
Like
there's people are sick of dating apps. People want to meet more people in real life. I'm seeing that across the board. People are going to singles events, they're going to mixers, but going about your day-to-day life, you have a lot of opportunities to meet people if you are receptive to it, if you're looking around, if you have your head up and you smile and you make eye contact. So do more of that, and you'll be surprised like how many more people you actually end up forming connections with.
I like it.
Put the phones away.
Away.
Put the phones away. I don't know if that was Tyler's specific advice, but that's just my advice.
That's advice the whole world needs to hear.
Yeah, I agree. I can't agree more. Put them down.
Blaine, I'm going to leave with this. I am completely blown away and impressed by you and the knowledge and the energy and everything you give and teach. I
second that.
It's cool to see
Aww.
people with a gift and a passion.
Yep.
And like when I watch you talk about these things and giving tips and giving advice, like you can see there's true passion, there's a true gift behind it. And it's just fun to see, fun to, be a part of. Like I'm so grateful to have you on here to talk to us. I learned a lot today. Hope our listeners learned. Phil, I'm sure
I love it. Yeah, absolutely. And
keep on keeping on, Blaine. Like I love it. And hopefully, we can chat more and figure out why the hell I can't figure it out. I would love to do like a deep dive with you one day, and then we can go back on here and share it with everybody.
Let's do it. I love that. Thank you so much for having me. It means a lot. I do love talking about this, so I love getting to share it with new people and connecting with new people. So thank you so much.
You have a special gift, Blaine. Keep doing it and keep making a difference. Anything you ever need to promote or need help with, I'm always here to help and always here to.
Hell yeah. I appreciate it.
You came on my show, so I'm so grateful and indebted to you. So thank you so much. And that wraps episode 33 of the Everybody But Me show with Dating by Blaine. Blaine, the dating coach for men, and my new BFF and dating coach. Blaine, thank you so much. Phil.
Blaine, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Love you guys for listening. Love having the call-ins today. It's great to hear y'all voices again. I know last week we were live at a radio, live show, so it was hard. But next week, another great week. Enjoy your week. Make it great. And see ya on Tuesday. Bye, y'all.